Now, the newlyweds who left their honeymoon in the hands of a high-profile travel company. Shani and Calvin were hoping for the trip of a lifetime. Instead, it turned into a complete nightmare.
There was stains all over the sheets. Even the couch that was next to the sheets, there was stains all over it. It just wasn't cleaned at all.
And being a honeymoon is the last thing you want.
Oh, this is devastating. On your honeymoon, the trip of a lifetime, to get this kind of advice is really, really unacceptable.
Over in Bali, you know, you expect luxury. That's what we've all been hearing about, and that's why we went over there.
It's meant to be a time of love and happiness, but imagine going away on your honeymoon expecting to stay at a luxury resort only to find this.
Dreadful. I'd describe it as.
It was a nightmare for me. It's not what I wanted for my honeymoon at all.
Far from seasoned travellers, Shani and Calvin wanted to book their trip through a travel agent, and on a friend's recommendation, they chose STA.
They showed us two places, just the websites. The first one was a little bit too pricey for us, so we chose the second option, had a look at the website, it looked amazing.
It was exactly what the couple were after, somewhere modern, well-maintained, clean, peaceful, with its own private pool.
We had to put a deposit down on the spot in order to secure the flights and the accommodation, so we were happy with that, so we just went ahead with it.
The friendly travel agent told them Deleu Villas in Bali was one of their best hotels, even adding this small request to the booking.
This is their honeymoon, please make special.
Shani and Calvin believed it would be a dream holiday, only for that to be shattered when they arrived.
Some of the walls started having cracks and there was loose wires and complete opposite to what we were promised.
And we opened the kitchen underneath the sink and there was a big pit at the bottom, just empty, nothing in it. The wiring to the exhaust fan was sticking out. The air conditioning wiring outside was sticking out.
Adding to the list of horrors, the bed sheets and sofa were visibly stained. An inside water feature was so dirty, even the fish fled.
It stunk. It just wasn't clean at all.
We sent our own camera in to the two-bedroom private pool villa for a look. While the sentiment was there with decorative drinks and frangipanis, it wasn't enough to hide the rusty drains, filthy sunbeds, worn-out toaster, or the layer of dirt on the table you're expected to eat off. The sofa was scattered with what appears to be cigarette burns, while the walls have severe cracks running from the ceiling to the floor. Outside wasn't much better, cracked tiles, bent floorboards, and the only view, a 6-metre high wall, not to mention the smell.
Beyond the wall was like a river just full of trash.
The location would be perfect if you were visiting one of the Bali 9, as it's only 200 metres from the infamous Kerobokan prison.
It wasn't too far away at all, and constant traffic.
No great surprise considering bookings retail online for as cheap as $30 a night. But STA charged Shani and Calvin $2,850 for the 7-night getaway, including return flights with Jetstar.
I couldn't stand it. It was making me upset, so we had to just get out that night.
That's exactly what they did, with no help from STA at all, despite both Shani and her mum contacting the agency's North Lakes branch in Brisbane via phone and email.
Just saying, you know, this is not what we wanted, you need to get us out of here ASAP. They didn't reply until the next day.
The newlyweds' decision to depart immediately came at a cost, forking out an extra $1,300 for alternative accommodation, money they'd planned to spend on moving house. But with their whole honeymoon ahead of them, Shani and Calvin say they sucked it up and made the most of their time in Bali.
After all that drama, we ended up having a good time.
Tried to enjoy it, but just, you know, always in the back of our head, reliving the hotel that we first stayed at, or first booked.
As their trip drew to an end, STA still had not resolved the shocking situation they left the couple in and were refusing requests for a refund.
STA should have been able to act on that request or that complaint straight away. Great travel agents, and there's loads of them out there, will be in contact with you as soon as you actually raise a complaint and get the problem solved.
Australian Traveller Media co-founder Quentin Long says STA really dropped the ball.
This was really poorly handled. The couple had to look after themselves. That's why we go to travel agents. They're meant to smooth out all these kind of problems, yet they didn't get onto the problem straight away, and STA have failed them.
In a statement, STA said,
"The customer complaints were not received until after they had relocated to another hotel, as the complaints were lodged after hours. We sympathise with the customer and are sorry that they were unhappy with their experience, and we no longer offer the property through STA Travel."
What message do you have for other people who are thinking about going through this travel agent STA?
Check, and check. Do not put a deposit down while you're in store. Don't let them talk you into it.
It took more than 2 months, but STA Travel say they were able to secure a $720 refund, which Shani and Calvin told us they've gladly accepted.